They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but a picture alone can never tell you the full story of what's happening in it. You look at a wedding picture and it doesn't tell you the vows that are being said. It doesn't tell you the feeling or emotion behind it, but it does maybe show a piece of the beauty of the day. And take this picture for example. We all look happy in it, but you don't know the story of what's actually happening in that moment unless I tell it to you, which is when we were telling our daughter that we were expecting a baby. And the next photo has a totally different meaning to it. It shows the day we celebrated our daughter's would-have-been birthday. The same baby that we told our daughter about had passed away before she was ever born. We've lost 3 babies, in fact. And that's mostly what I talk about here on this channel. I share the story of miscarriage, our struggle with infertility, and life beyond. And you don't always see every aspect of my life on here. You just see the glimpses that I choose to share with you here. But today I want to talk to you about this photo. And this photo may not look like anything special. In fact, it might just look like a dirty old boot to you. And that may be all you see. See, when you look at a photo, each person can have a totally different perspective or view or thought that comes to mind when you look at it. So what looks like a dirty old boot to you in a peaceful setting tells a completely different story for me when I look at it. I took a photo of this boot to remind me of the day that I was trampled by a horse. The day that I almost died. The day I should have died. This serene place, you wouldn't know it by looking at it, but it holds trauma in it. The marks on the boot are not just dirt marks, rather they show the many hits I took from a 1,000+ pound horse. It doesn't show the fear that my family felt as they watched me lie on the ground and helplessly and silently await my fate. This photo doesn't show the view I saw from the ground looking up at the horse, rearing up above my head. It doesn't show the terror and peaceful acceptance as I laid there knowing I was about to die. This photo doesn't show the impact of the blows of the hooves and the intense pain that followed from each hit. It doesn't show the colors on my leg and foot that followed the impact. This photo also doesn't show the shock and panic I felt after the boot was removed. This photo doesn't show how shaken up we all were after. And this photo also doesn't show the instant gratitude I felt to be alive, knowing God had saved me from not just 1 blow, not 2 blows, not 3 blows, but 4 blows from an animal who was just as scared as I was. This photo doesn't show how he should have hit my head, my chest, or other areas that could have been deadly. This photo doesn't show how God's hands lovingly shielded me and not only saved me, but protected me. Protected every bone in my body so that not a single one would break or shatter. This photo did not show how while we were all on the ride to the ER, my black and blue and deep purple marks on my leg began to lift and return to their normal color. This photo does not show how my pain began to lower without any medication or treatment. This photo doesn't show the cuddles and laughter my daughter and I shared as we waited in the same hospital bed for what we knew would be good news, no matter what the doctors said, because we were both alive and with each other. This photo doesn't show the text I sent to Jason before the results were read, sharing Psalms 116, 8-9, and my belief that I was going to be okay. So even though a photo is worth 1,000 words, it really can only ever show you one still frame, one perspective, one glimpse or view into something. It never gives you the full picture. So you may look at this photo and think it's ordinary. It may not strike you as something special or beautiful or even worth a second glance. But for me, this photo is. a reminder of God's grace and His love for me. This photo is a picture of a brand new chance to live, a fresh start, a new beginning, because I should have died or been severely injured, but I wasn't. I barely have a bruise to show for it. This photo is a reminder that God can and still does perform miracles today. That even though this horse was strong and its weight came down with force, God's mighty hand was stronger than anything that can or will come against me. This photo is a reminder of how precious life is and how every day we are given is a gift from God. And it's a reminder to cherish and love those around you. This photo is a reminder to be grateful that I still have not one, but two working legs to stand on, breath in my lungs, and as long as I have this breath, I will forever praise God and share the story of His love and His grace in my life and the day He saved me.